Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives us three types of creations. Allah gives us three types of creations. The first creation, this is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We're still on Allah. We're still talking about Allah. Now we're talking about His magnitude and His greatness. The first creation was Adam alayhi salam. Adam alayhi salam, Allah created him without mother or father. Right? Adam alayhi salam without mother or father. Right? This is a miracle. Fashioned him, made him from clay. Black clay. Fashioned him. Then blew in the ruh. Right? Blew in the ruh. Now they say he blew into his spirit. It doesn't mean that he blew in the spirit of God in him. No, it was a spirit that he created specifically for Adam. It was a spirit that Allah created and he blew it into Adam. So we have one creation, which is the creation of Adam alayhi salam, and he was created without mother or father. The second creation is mankind. Right? All of mankind, they were created with mother and father. Right? Procreation. So this is another creation. So we have Adam alayhi salam. Adam alayhi salam, he was created without mother or father, whereas mankind, they were created with mother and father. Again, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala showing His greatness, showing His magnitude, showing His awness, because none of us can do this. None of us can do this. The next creation that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala showed us is the creation of Isa alayhi salam. Isa alayhi salam, Jesus, right? He was born without father, but with mother. So we have three types of creations or three types of miracles from Allah to show His greatness, to show His magnitude, and to show that He can do whatever He wants to do. He can do whatever He wants to do. There's no limitation with Allah. There is no limitation with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The first creation of the first miracle that He showed us was the creation of Adam alayhi salam. And Adam alayhi salam was created without mother or father. Alright, so this is the miracle of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Adam alayhi salam, he was created without a mother or a father. There was no procreation, there was no conceiving of an egg or anything like that. He fashioned him with his hands, blew the ruh, kun fayakun, Adam came into existence. The next creation was mankind, created with mother and father, where there was some type of interaction between human beings. There was a conception, still by the decree of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, man come into existence. The next type of creation is Isa alayhi salam. Okay? Now surely, if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala could create somebody without a mother or a father, surely it would be easy for Him to create somebody without a father, but just a mother. Allah could do whatever He wants to do. Kun, faya, kun. So we think of Jesus, it's not that hard, it's not that far-fetched. If we really want to look at it, it's more of a miracle of Adam. Because Adam didn't have mother or father. Rather than Isa alayhi salam, who was created without a father, but with a mother. So we look at it like that. All of these are miracles from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay? But again, all of this is kun, faya, kun. Be and it is. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can do whatever He wants to do. Be and it is. Nothing is impossible with Allah. Understand that. Nothing is impossible with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Nothing is impossible with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There was a hadith of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. There was a hadith of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And he said that I am what my servant thinks that I am. I am what my servant thinks that I am. I am what my servant thinks that I am. And I'm capable of what my servant thinks that I'm capable of. I'm capable of what my servant thinks that I'm capable of. Okay? There is no limitation with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The only limitation is ourselves. They got a saying, if you can believe it, you can receive it. If you believe it, you can receive it. If I make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if I make a dua to Allah, I make a prayer to Allah, and I believe that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can do it, because He said He can do it. Kun fayakun. I am what my servant thinks that I am, and I'm capable of what my servant thinks that I'm capable of doing. Some of us make prayer, and oh Allah, I want this, I want that, I want money, I want a job, I want success, I want this. They be praying for it, but they're like, man, it ain't, I don't know, man. I pray for it, I don't know, maybe, I don't know. But the thing is, did you believe in it? Did you think that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala was capable of doing it? Did you put limitations on Allah? Allah says He can say, kun faya kun. Now, if you don't believe that, then you'll be still stuck in a rut. If you don't believe that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can say kun faya kun and make it happen, then you'll still be stuck in a rut. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Quran that I will give you blessings from places that you can't even perceive. He'll make it come from underneath your feet. He'll make it come from the sky. Right? But you have to believe it. They'll come from under. Dang, how did he get that? I don't know. Where did that come from? Allah. How did he get that? Allah. Man, how did he get that? Allah. Where did he get that money from? Allah. Man, how did he get that hookup? Allah. Allah's supposed to say, I am what my servant thinks that I'm capable of. I am what my servant thinks that I am, and I'm capable of what my servant thinks that I am capable of. He said, I will give you blessings from places that you can't even perceive. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can make $1 million come in your possession just like that. Kun fan kun. Oh man, I don't know. I was broke one day, the next minute I'm a millionaire. I am what my servant thinks that I am, and I'm capable of what my servant thinks that I'm capable of. 1 minute I'm walking, the next day I'm riding. Just like that. Boop. How? I believe it, so maybe I'm going to receive it. Yep. If I believe it, I'm going to receive it. Yeah. There's another hadith, still on Allah's Allah. We're still talking about Allah's Allah. We're still talking about the greatness of Allah. We're still talking about the power of Allah. There's a hadith of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He said that when someone asks of me, you guys got this? I'm going to erase this. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that whenever the servant asks Allah for something, it's already decreed that Allah's going to give it to him. When you ask Allah for something, He said it's already decreed that you're going to get it, that He's already going to give it to you. The only thing that procrastinates or hesitates the blessing is your sin. Okay? So, when you make dua, right, to who? Okay, to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Right? It's already decreed. But the only thing that prevents the blessing is sin. So the sin prevents the blessings. Again, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that when my servant, when he makes dua to me, it's already decreed that he will get that thing. It's already decreed that I'm going to give it to him. But the only thing that prevents it from coming is his sin. So the more we sin, but yet we still keep thinking that Allah's going to bless. Man, I prayed, I kept praying, I've been praying, but you're still drinking alcohol. Well, I prayed and I prayed and I prayed. Okay, but you still blowing. I prayed and I prayed. Okay, but you didn't do your 5 prayers, or you did this, or you did that. Whatever it may be. There's a hadith of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and he said, there is a man who makes dua, Ya Allah, give me this, give me that, give me that. He said, but his clothes are haram. Right? His food is haram. And his livelihood is haram. So therefore Allah don't listen to his dua. There's a man who makes dua, beautiful dua, cried and everything. He said, but his clothes are haram, meaning either they're not in, they don't conform to Islam, or maybe he got them from ill means, right? His food is haram, meaning he's eating things that are not halal. His food is haram, meaning, again, maybe I got it from ill-gotten means. Maybe I bought this with haram money, right? There's a hadith that the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that there is no sadaqah on the money that is ill-gotten. So you get a whole bunch of money, you don't sold dope or whatnot, then you talking about one physical pay zakat. There is no zakat on the ill-gotten gain. Okay? So again, he said his clothes are haram. His food is haram. And his livelihood is haram. The way that he got his money is haram. But he made dua to Allah subhanahu. He said, man, Allah ain't going to answer nothing, man. Nothing. So I'll just give you an example. He made dua, but again, it coincides with this one. But the sin prevents the blessing. He said what? His clothing was haram. His food was haram. And his livelihood. All of these things, you got to be sure that you're doing halal if you want your blessings or your du'as to be heard from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because he said, surely it's easy for Allah to give us whatever it is that we ask for. He said, if everybody in the world asked for whatever it is that they asked for, and he gave you whatever they asked for, he said it's like a person who sticks their finger in the ocean, right, in the middle of the ocean. Stick their finger in the ocean and pull it out. That which they pulled out of the ocean, or what they took away from the ocean, that's what you do with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala if he was to give everybody in the world whatever they asked for. It don't do nothing to Allah. It don't take away nothing. He is Al-Ghani, man. He don't need nothing. Everything is in his possession. Right? We put limitations on Allah. We like, man, hold on. Man, Allah can give me whatever I want. Man, I can wake up tomorrow in a Lamborghini. Oh, you got a Lamborghini? That ain't nothing with Allah's subhanahu wa ta'ala. Ain't nothing. Allah is in control of everything. A Lamborghini ain't nothing. Or a Jag. You know, it's nothing with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's easy. It's very easy with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Right? If we believe it, we'll receive it. If you don't believe it, you ain't going to get it. You doubt? Well, I don't know, man. I try all the time. And, you know. Okay, but the thing is, do you have any sins? Is your clothing, are you in conformity with the deen? Is your food what you eat, man? What's your livelihood like? You know, what's your deen like? You been making your salats? Huh? You been fasting during Ramadan? Huh? You paid your charity? Huh? You got pictures in the house still? You still watching the haram stuff on TV? Basketball wives and all that? So like, girl, still gossiping? Then maybe that's why you ain't getting it, because what? Sin prevents the blessings. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he said, kun fayakun, he'll give it to you. The only thing that prevents us is us. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, all good comes from Allah. Any bad is from our own nafs. What do we do? In the time of the Prophet Muhammad, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, or in the time of the Sahabas, everybody know who the Sahabas is? The Sahabas is the companions. Because whenever they used to go to the battlefield and whenever they used to go fight jihad, and it took too long for them to have victory, they said, man, hold on, man. What's taking so long, man? Allah said that he promised us victory. So what's going on? It said that they would sit down and think and be like, okay, well, what sooner have we neglected? Or what sins have we done? Because this is taking too long. Allah said, "Qad aflaha al-mu'minun," but that success will be the believers. But we ain't winning, man. This is taking way too long. What's the problem? They didn't blame it on nobody else. They blamed it on themselves. They said, well, what is it that I have to change within myself to get this thing cracking back in motion? Okay? So it's not Allah, it's us. We're still talking about Allah. We're still talking about Allah. Make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's already decreed to come. But the sin prevents the blessing. Right? We talked about the hadith, about the man who was making dua to Allah, but his clothing, his food, and his livelihood was haram. It prevented the blessing. Okay? Back to the hadith. I am what my servant thinks that I am, and I'm capable of what my servant thinks that I'm capable of doing. If you don't believe it, again, I'm going to say it again. If you don't believe it, you ain't going to receive it. Man, let me see. I think I can be an Imaan. I think I can be a mujahid. I think I can be paid. If you don't believe it, you won't receive it. Can Allah make me that? Yep. Can I be an Imaan? Yep. Can I? Yep, if I believe it, I can receive it. But at the same time, I have to put in work. I got to make sure I remove this out of my repertoire. I got to remove this out of my livelihood or out my parameter or my perimeters around me. I got to remove all the sin. Allah says, Ati Allah wa Rasula ala turhamun. Ati Allah wa Rasula ala turhamun. Obey Allah, obey the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, so that you may be of those who obtain rahmah, mercy,